This is the Rap Yard Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for checking into the Rap Yard Podcast. We are introducing ourselves now. It is Lucid the Dreamwaker, and of course,
Yeah.
go.
Boom.
Boom.
Yes. Did you do the intro? Because I didn't
Yeah,
even. Oh my
yeah.
bad. I couldn't even
No, that's
hear it.
okay. You couldn't hear it?
No.
That's weird.
No, it was weird.
What
Our
the heck?
apologies.
Oh no, you're fine. It's always something different with this technology stuff.
I was
Every other
I was
week.
apologizing to the people, the tens
Yeah.
of people that might be watching, but
hmm
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we'll add that in for you guys later.
Mm. So here we are on the Rap Yard Podcast once again. It's episode 4, and it's May the 4th. Be with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Not really, but a little bit. It's a little crazy. So, I was thinking of a shout out last time, and I wanted to, totally had a brain freeze on that, but there was a guy I interviewed like years and years ago, maybe like 5 years ago, and his name was Art, and he was a student in Minnesota. I don't remember what college he went to, but he was going, I guess, Minnesota University.
Yeah.
But so I was going through the people that I interviewed on my old show, and I found him, and I was like, well, let me see what he's up to. He has his own show. I guess it's a radio show and a podcast as well, or something like that. But
hmm
he interviews rappers now, and he's like big time.
What? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
let me find him on Facebook real quick. But his name's Art, and I
Yeah.
think it's like That Boy Art or something is the name of the show. He interviewed Cassidy, I think, the other day,
Yeah.
which is extra crazy because I think Cassidy was one of the people that was in my dream that I had about this podcast.
No way. It's
Yeah, so,
Cassidy. That's actually pretty cool.
yeah, it's really cool. Like he was like 19 when I interviewed him, and
Wow. You never
yeah,
know. Maybe you gave you some inspiration.
maybe so. I hope so. That'd be awesome. But let me
It's
click on
crazy
his.
how things come around full circle.
I know. He's got about 3,000 followers on
hmm
Facebook. Let me just share my screen. That Boy Art is where you can find him at.
hmm
Here
Let
he
me
is
see.
interviewing. Yeah, here he is interviewing Cassidy. He moved to New York, and yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, here he is.
That's
This
crazy.
Cassidy. Yeah. So big up, shout out to that the boy Art. He's doing his thing.
Shout
I'm
out
so proud. I'm
Art.
like a proud mama. You can go listen to that interview. My old podcast which is just
hmm
Troy the Show, but it's a pretty good interview actually. It's pretty fun. So that's all the shout outs I have today.
Well, I guess I'll take this time to say, while we're speaking on interviews, artists, if you are all out there and you want an interview, make sure you email us, hit us up, or message us on Facebook. We get you guys some exposure, and we can discuss all types of things and have a good time. Real casual. We're very authentic and honest about our feedback when it comes to music. So use that too.
Probably too much, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
if you
of,
want like honest feedback, we're
yeah,
what are we saying?
I
Put
was
that
about to.
beer down.
Yeah, I know, right? I was about to say I listened to that new Ray. How do you say his name? Ray Schmurder. Hey, Ray Schmurder. What's his last?
Oh, Ray, it's two guys, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the guy who did I think the drowning song with Kodak Black. Was that him?
I don't know. I thought Ray Schmerman.
Drowning.
Yeah, but I thought Ray Schmerman, whatever. I don't know how to say it either.
Yeah,
It was
that guy. That guy.
it's two people though. I thought
Is it?
like Ray, maybe. And now I'm gonna look it up.
I didn't know. Is that like a group or one single
It's a
entity?
duo. It's like I don't even know how to spell it. It's like Ray Schmermer,
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know
Schremer.
those were two whole separate. Like I
Yeah,
didn't
it's a
know there was
duo.
two
That's what it
people.
says. It's a hip hop duo.
I've never noticed. I literally thought it was one guy doing all of that
Uh-uh.
and just like switching up his, voices and stuff and whatever for the hooks or whatever they were doing.
Yeah, some people do
No,
that.
that's crazy.
Okay,
That's
that
why.
I hear. You hear that? That's my
See, I
stupid.
don't hear it on my end now. You know what it
What?
is?
What?
I
I had a Google timer set.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
I
but
was
I
like,
don't
you
know
know
why
what it is?
you couldn't hear it. That's dumb.
The first time it came out through my computer, the first time it didn't, so that was weird.
That's so weird. Okay, we have Macs, so we're trying to figure out what the deal is with
Yes.
like an
So
ongoing.
Matt Bick oriented people, you guys are also welcome to throw in your two
We'll
cents.
even interview you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
promote
do
your
a
shit,
how
whatever
to.
it is.
That'd be
Go to
hilarious.
Joe's
Rap
Mac
Yard
Repair.
podcast. How to operate your Mac.
Yeah, it's always a sound thing with Macs though. That's like been a thing ever since like iMacs and earlier. They always had issues with sound.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that go? All right. Well, we had somebody we thought we were going to be talking to today, right? But he's unavailable or something.
Yeah, so we did have an artist plan for today, but I guess they could not make it.
I was super
Um,
excited too
yeah,
about that
we
guy.
wanted to do something cool for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
But
we both reached out to like different people that we asked around, like people that are. Is it okay? Let me just put this there. Is it? Are you supposed to say Latinx now? Like,
uh
is that how you say it? Because like I'm just completely thrown off with all this.
to
I don't
be
know.
honest, I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's
The
like Latinx or
Latinx.
Latinx or Latinx. I don't know.
Because the Spanish language is like masculine and feminine, so it's
Yeah.
like I feel like
I
I'm
saw
way too
about
bright
that.
right now.
When I told a couple like people about it who like obviously would have the choice that identifies that, they were like, "No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that?"
Okay,
And
and
then I saw it
that's
on
the
the
vibe I was
commercial.
getting too.
Yeah, then I saw it
Actually, I
like
was
on
told
like a
not
George
to use
Lopez show or
it,
some shit.
so here I am using it when I was told not to. So go figure.
It's okay. It's all
Yeah,
right as a public figure to try to like wash your toes as you step, especially
yeah.
in
As a
today's
public
climate.
figure,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like the president, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know how Twitter do. They do. Is this
Shoot.
you? And they clip a random like video or picture of you from like 8 years ago.
Yeah. My daughter's gotten real big into Twitter.
Mm-hmm. I just started using it. I guess it's
You
all
you
right.
ju-
I guess.
you just hit me with the wow. That's crazy. All right. Let me get in touch with somebody else. We can always talk to Bunchy
Yeah,
Carter.
yeah.
We
Invite
talked to
Bunchy.
last
You
time.
guys would like to hear from Bunchy again. Bunchy's a pretty good guy.
He's a good guy. He is welcome at the rap yard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you ever finish listening to Jack Harlow?
Oh, I did actually listen to it.
I
The
never did. I
project,
never started.
it I mean, it wasn't a lot of tracks. I don't even remember how they were. It might have been like 8 or something like that. So it's kind of like, I guess it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it was better than his last project, but
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not really a fan of like, the chiller, more mellow kind of East Coast boom bap type influence sounds. So I'm kind of biased against them in a way because all the shit's kind of
Hmm.
like cruising
Right.
music. But it was better than his last one. I give him that.
So you said you are a fan of more like chill East Coast boom bap type stuff. Is that what you
No,
were
I'm
saying?
not.
No,
Not
you're
right
not.
now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had phases. It's just that it's not my favorite sound.
I hear you. Yeah.
you
Like,
know?
what are you talking about? Like common, like
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like common could fit in that element too.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know
not
why I
like
said
really
common
on
like
track
that
or
either. And there's
anything.
like no hate on common. I'm like common, ew, but that's not. I'm sorry about my cameras.
Uh,
All right, but no, yeah, there's a time and a place for all that.
yeah, I
Sing
guess
the
I gotta
sky
be in the
above.
mood for it.
Right. I rarely am.
I think I just got to a place where I didn't really want to hear too much chill stuff because I'm a chill guy anyway. I'm just always just like relaxing stuff. So I was like, okay, I need something to amp me up or something to add some excitement to life.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I can't listen to stuff like that really anymore either. But
Hmm.
I think I just burned myself out on it honestly, because that was like the sound when I was a teenager, probably college. It
Right.
was all just like Tribe Called Quest and stuff.
Hmm. That probably makes it even more annoying. He's like, we've done this already. Like, we're
You know
going.
what's sad? Just like oh, that reminded me of something. But like really good classic songs, like good Biggie songs, that everybody knows. I can't listen to that anymore. I've heard it so much, and I've seen it in TV commercials, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah,
Like
I
Big
know what you mean.
Papa. I'm like, no.
I know what you mean.
But do you remember that video I sent you of the guy talking about Biggie?
I can't remember. What was he talking about? What was he saying?
This
Oh,
before
how he took his persona stuff from this other rapper and the song. They had the song demo.
Yeah, should I find that real quick while we're waiting on
You
Bunchy?
should,
Yeah, let me
guys.
see.
We are exposing the legends here.
I have it saved in my phone, but I can't use my phone right now, so I'll try to find it.
Wait, you know what just occurred to me?
What?
Does that make Biggie an industry plant?
I don't know.
Like,
I think that's open interpretation, probably.
yeah. I guess you're right.
It would help if I remember the name of the guy of anything. Okay, what should I Google? I don't even know what to Google. Biggie fake or
Original Biggie.
stole
Oh no, that's just
original
original
lyrics
Biggie.
TikTok maybe. Okay.
At this point, my likes and saves on TikToks are just dumb, funny stuff, horrible skits, or like creepy conspiracies, especially about artists.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what? Did the IG steal his name and flow?
This isn't the. Hold on. It's quite. This isn't the original video that we were looking at with the guy talking over it, but this is the gist of it right here. Hold on. Get out of here.
You guys can take the information or leave it. It's up to you guys. Let us
I don't
know
want
what
to
you all
offend
think
anybody
in the
because I know
comments.
this is a sore subject, I'm sure, for a lot of people. Like the guy in the video that I originally saw, he's like, well, I'm from New York, and this is like really upsetting me, but it's fact, so. And if you can't see, this is an artist named Big Daddy out of Mississippi, and his album I think is called Notorious B1. So this is a song he did, which sounds a lot like Juicy. Like it's like identical, huh?
Yeah, even the cadence
wild.
of his vocals is very similar.
Is the sound okay? Is there a lot of echoing? Okay.
It's a little echo, but it's nothing that distorts it too much.
Okay, the sound quality wasn't that great on the video anyway, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not really like honestly, it wasn't really that surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because like knowing about how Puffy is and how big he was and all that, like Puffy's just evil. So,
yeah.
in personal opinion, yeah.
I keep getting Puffy exposed videos on my TikTok now. I don't know why they're just.
I do too about how he's gay or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just like, where's this coming from? I swear it's like someone's doing a press run on this stuff.
the hip hop press, you know, which the hip hop press, it's like annoys me sometimes because it's like, who cares?
You know what I mean? Like, bro, like what is that?
I'm talking about like Blueface and that, yeah. His
it's like your favorite artist got tricked into signing a 360 deal. Talk about that.
Right. And let me ask you this. This is a hot button topic. So like Megan Thee Stallion and let me get out of my screen here. Hello. And what's his name? Tory Lanez. Like people were like dead set on saying that Tory was innocent and all this stuff. And I mean, I don't know. It really seemed kind of plain to me like he shot her in the foot for some reason. Like, why would she make that up? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. They said Tory Lanez was out here moving like a movie villain, shooting at people's feet. I'm like, yeah, that is so crazy. But
did you see his parents?
No. Oh yeah, when he got convicted, and they were like, was it Bad Boy? Who were they screaming at? He's like, you will pay. He was
talking to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh yeah, you will pay for what you done or something like that. Was it Rockefeller Records?
I guess so, but talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, like they had anything to do with it.
I don't know, but look, I on that one, I'll trust the court system. And if he gets it reversed, then hey, we'll see. If not, then and he serves his time, then I just got to go
You
with the
say you
verdict.
trust the court system?
No, I don't necessarily trust the court system, but I figure with these two, I mean, people, there's so much misinformation about what really happened that you really
Right.
can't get a clear answer. I mean, there was the only problem with being famous people is there's so much media and people saying anything, whatever they want for clicks. And then it's like,
Hmm.
well, now I don't
But I
know what
don't
to
see
do.
Megan the Stallion doing that. She doesn't need more clicks. You know what I mean? Like that part didn't make sense to me. Like, oh, she's doing it for clout.
Oh no,
Well,
not her doing it,
oh, okay.
but just like the misinformation, like blogs, the hip hop blogs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
They didn't have
totally.
anything to post about it, so they just made up stuff.
Exactly. And got people all like heated about it too in the process.
You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like I don't know. I wasn't there. That's all I know.
Right. But it's a strange situation though, either way, because like how do you end up shooting someone in the foot like that? Like what they must have pissed you off bad.
I say, right, like, what is really that worth getting angry about to like shoot someone in the foot?
And you didn't want to kill them, you just wanted to maim them. You wanted to make it so they couldn't run away or something.
Right.
Like what was
Yeah.
really going on? All right, I sent it to him through my troydashow email, but then I
Mm-hmm.
sent it through the rap yard email just in case that missed him.
You sent it over to Bunchy.
Yeah.
Let me double check while we're here.
Bunchy boy.
Uh,
I do have some follow-up questions for Bunchy about several things we can
yeah.
get to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't reply. So
What's his name? Lucifer Capone?
yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Lucifer Capone.
Oh,
Oh, there's Bunchy.
oh, there's Bunchy. Nice. Hey, hey, hey.
Little common sense ain't never hurt nobody, right?
Are you talking
No,
about us? What? Huh? What?
we got in there a little late.
Yeah, my bad. Cause I
No,
went
no.
looking for the link in my text, and then I'm like, well, let me see if it's the same one that y'all sent the first time.
Oh no,
So
no, you're
that's how I
fine.
ended up getting on.
Was it the same link?
That's the one. It's the same one Lucid sent me from last week.
Oh
That's
well, I didn't know
crazy.
that's how that works. Okay,
I thought
perfect.
it would like
So
regenerate it.
now I'm gonna just save it. Now I'm gonna just save that link and come to it every time.
Yeah, just hop on anytime. Yeah.
Word.
We
Or
had
I mean, you know, when we discuss it, I'm not gonna just force myself on y'all streams and shit. You know,
no,
I
you could be
might
like
have
my
somebody
you could be
else.
like my friend. Shout out to Harold. He just will, like hop in my house anytime he feels like it without calling. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. You just become accustomed to it. You know.
There you go. Okay. Well, shit. If I'm
I think.
invited, then I'm definitely popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh oh. So what's going on? How have you been?
I've been good. I'm working. I'm doing these I got a couple of ventures that I'm working on. Couple of new things that I'm besides, you know, a couple of additions to my workload, which I'm excited about.
You're talking about like music wise?
Yeah.
Cool.
Working out some deals, some promotional deals, and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of places and couple of labels looking at me for
Nice.
promotional deals. Nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to owe that much back. So I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
willing to accept much in the beginning.
Right. Hey, I wanted to also, before we really get into it, first and foremost, I wanted to apologize because, like, I sometimes I say things and I don't think about them, and then like right after, I'm like, oh, why did I say that? And it's like I didn't think that you were like offended or anything. It didn't seem like that at all, and I didn't think that like, you know. But when you were talking about you don't want to call them kids because you know that's named like a baby goat, and I
Yeah,
was like, are you do you say what did I say, Grand Rising? And I just like immediately after I said it, I was like, you ass. Like, why did you say that? So I apologize for that. That's just
cool.
my,
It's cool.
yeah.
I didn't
But-
even, to be honest, I didn't even correlate the two. I just thought maybe you asked because you looked on my page, like, because I could definitely see getting that vibe from the things that I post. You know what I mean?
No, actually, that would be more rude, I think, if I did it
Yeah,
just
right.
like based on that. But no, it was more just like using different words or certain words in place of other. It just made me think of like, there's a meme or something where this guy's like the Hotep like bet like the big boss guy at the end of the video game that you have to fight. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't, but I can definitely see why it's funny.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. One of the things he's like, broccoli is man-made. It's like moving back and forth like a NPC or something.
Not an NPC.
Word. It is.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask you about the 5%, 5%ers mission or what goes on as far as like trying to educate youth, and we could talk about that after the fact if you want.
No, whenever it's good for the flow of the show, it's cool with me.
There is no flow to this show. It's just kind of like
with that
flow is go at your own. But I did want to ask, since you brought it up and you were talking about like the promotional deals and working with labels and or whatever the details of that was.
Yeah.
Ideally, if there was a certain loan amount for up and coming artist or someone taking their first deal or doing what you were doing, what would be a good number for you? What do you think is the sweet spot that if somebody presented to you in a contract, you're like, this is, yeah, I signed this?
I don't think that's funny. I was just having this conversation earlier. But I don't think that's the kind of deal I would take. Like, I want a partnership because my strategy is to build bonds and relationships with corporations that can see the value in my brand. And by the time the labels come to me, I already have the capital that they would be trying to offer me up front. So we just have to negotiate a partnership at that point.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
You know what I mean? All I really need you to do, all I would really need a label to do by the time I'm ready to sit down with one is distribute, promote, and market in areas where I don't have the reach.
Right.
Everything else I could do myself.
Right.
Or everything else I'll already be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm already in the process of doing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely understand
Attaching myself to the brands I believe in order to get endorsements. You know, all of that stuff. Like the development process.
It sounds like put an emphasis on ownership. You don't want to be owned by anybody else. That's what it sounds like, which is very smart.
Yeah, partnership, man. Just a partnership. Because when people say ownership, you can own 100% of nothing. You know what I mean? You can own 100% of something that's worth nothing, or you can own 1% of $1 billion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds crazy when people hear it, like 1%, but it's 1% of $1 billion,
which is a big number.
Right.
Billion is a big number.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the value, the true value at the end of the day, rather than what it looks like or the symbolism of it or whatever.
Yeah.
So solid advice or solid.
That's $10 million. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
More money than a lot of people ever seen in their life.
And it's not advanced money. It's your stake in the company. You know what I'm saying? That's equity. That's royalties. That's licensing. That's everything that comes with being a partner. Before y'all make a decision, I gotta be in on that Zoom call.
Right.
So how do you feel about like owning your masters? Do you think that someone should aim to own their masters like 100% of the time?
Again, that depends on
Depends.
your notoriety and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. But you
owning
hear
your
a lot about.
yeah, like
I'm sorry.
it's about, because if I can't put my shit in a commercial or a movie, or you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
a video game, or I don't have the reach to get that done,
Mm-hmm.
I might as well bring somebody in who can and share the pot if they see the value. Now I'm not gonna let you lowball me, but
Right.
if we can work together, that's all the better. The
Mhm.
lower the number, the higher my percentage got to be.
Right.
Exactly. That's a good way to think about it. Not very many people do think about it like that. A lot of people come into it and they're just like, well, Lil Wayne, owns the rights to all his masters, so that's what I want. Or, don't think about it at all and just sign whatever.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Nowadays, we see a trend of artists selling their discographies, like older artists.
Yeah,
like
well, shit, Metro Boomin just got a fire ass deal for his catalog, but
yeah,
Really?
yeah, I want to say he sold for like 70 million.
wow.
But
I almost
but
had a
with
spit my
that-
drink out moment.
with that, you
Oh,
can
damn.
take that and build your next catalog with $70
Hell
million
yeah.
dollars.
With
And
70 million.
the knowledge you've accrued along the way to make that 70 million, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like he's not like a newbie or anything. You know what I mean?
right.
so 70 million is more than enough to jumpstart your next move.
That's like John Legend money. That's great.
Real
Good
shit.
for him. Well, right on. And so you have some stuff in the works that you're quite at liberty to disclose, but it's got things popping around you.
Yeah,
More or less.
yeah. Shout out to Watts homie Quan. Shout out to McGee Records. Shout out to a big foundational label that I'm not going to disclose yet.
Okay.
Shout out to them, because
Nice.
they reached out to me and they want to promote me. So
Nice.
yeah, I
Give it up.
gotta get all my ducks in a row and get y'all, and you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing with y'all. Like, it's about to go up.
Probably feels exciting.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Indeed.
I'm trying to get some samples in
No,
there.
you're fine.
I know.
That's why. You say you know. So give it up for the supporters, seen or unseen, heard or unheard. Really, you
I got
never know
samples
who's
now.
really looking behind you guys. You never know who's like looking at your profile or playing your music. You never know.
Right.
You be being in rooms.
You could be on a podcast and then not come through, and it could be the podcast that changes your life.
It could be 5 or 5,000.
Exactly.
Oops.
It depends on what you do with it.
Hey, can y'all hear this? Hold on. Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything yet.
Okay. All right. Just checking. So, you are, you said your inspiration was like a lot of like. Let me ask something personal, if you don't mind. Like, how old are you? How old are you? Oh, well, see, that's what I always say. I'm going to say that you're the same age as me because that's what I always say.
I was gonna guess 33.
Okay, we gonna stick with that.
He's like, that's a good number.
Yeah, watch me again call you a boomer. Like, I'm gonna quit bringing that up though.
Yeah, she won't. I say she won't let me live that one down.
Well,
I was thinking of podcast names, and I was like, the nerd and the boomer or something like that.
Yeah, like, what's messed up? I was like taking a walk with my fiance at the time, and like I was reading the names out loud, and then I got to that one, and I was like, "Wait, Boomer? Which one's the Boomer?" And he was just laughing at me. I'm like, I guess it's me.
Indeed.
Oh, man.
But I don't think about stuff like that until I come to this podcast, or like when I because like rap music in general is like there's a lot of age related stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like what you listen to and all that. But what did you grow up listening to? Like what were your inspirations growing up? Bunchy?
I listen to a lot of different music. My palette is wide, but
yeah, we established that last time you were naming your favorite Bjork album.
yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, all right.
So growing up, like before, okay, so
like when you were first realized, like, oh, I really like music, like I like hip hop. This is what I like.
In Excess,
you know what I mean?
In Excess, that song by In Excess, She Drives Me Crazy. I used to play that song.
Yeah, okay, that's Fine Young Cannibals.
And the Cannibals. There you go, the Cannibals.
I hate that song. Oh my god,
that's crazy. That song is like one of my favorites.
You may have heard it in the grocery store, Lucid.
Not in the grocery store.
It's like
I'd have to hear
offbeat music. I really like offbeat music. Don't Worry, Be Happy is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
That's why I say you might be closer to my age, but I'm gonna leave 32.
Yeah, there we go. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
Let's see.
Is there anything like what was like the first?
My favorite nostalgic group to listen to is Dog Pound. Like,
yes,
I'm officially an unofficial Dog Pound member. Like, no lie. Like, I done done shows on the same ticket as them.
Really?
Yeah, like I was inducted to the Hustle Boys through Mac Lucci.
So you are an unofficial Dog Pound member. I thought you were just saying because you.
No. Like I am.
Wow.
Like, well, Mac Lucci is official. He was like he's been with him since he was young. Like I don't know if y'all familiar with him, but he got Everybody Can't Get the Paw Tatted and just walk around with that.
Right.
So, but I'm a Hustle Boy, which is under crew of the Dog Pound. So that's kind of like how that plays out. But I grew up, it worked out that way because I grew up on their music. Like, I was too young for NWA, but I was right at the right age for the Dog Pound.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Like, yeah, when Snoop came around, like, it was refreshing because everybody from the West Coast was yelling at the time. Really, what gangster rap was loud.
Right.
Other than like the coolest gangster rapper was Ice-T, but even he had songs where he was like,
you know
what I mean? Because that's LA culture. You got to kind of be like that, or you get tried.
Right.
I'm trying to think of the guy. It's so sad that I can't think of his name, but
if you can think of the song,
I'll think of it later. Well,
you can think of a song, maybe.
Oh man.
Okay.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
He was associated with.
No, he was associated with like Dog Pound, I believe, and like, God, it's gonna come to me. I know it. Sugar free.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he was also doing that same kind of like.
Well, he came out of Quick and Top's camp.
That's right, and Quick was like that too a little bit.
Like Tone and Quick and them.
Yeah, more like laid back kind of, no screaming or anything like that.
Yeah, like Quick and Snoop and like, you know what I'm saying? It was more like that was more like.
It was a new sound, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then when I found out, I'm gonna tell you when I really, really fell in love with hip hop. When I found out that the Far Side and Souls of Mischief was from Cali.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I
is
love
pretty
both
cool.
of them. I
Yeah,
You
love
know
so,
what
both
I
of
yeah,
them
mean?
so
When I
much.
that's pretty
I
cool.
found out they was from Cali, like
Yeah,
I was like, oh, so we can do that.
Mhm.
Like that it is cool that like we can come from LA and be different.
Like a
different
little like
Like,
out
metaphysical or
there.
a little unique.
yeah,
Yeah, not all like hard and like gangster all the time.
More
all the time.
alternative.
Like
Lab
it's
Cabin
so
California.
diverse in California. Like,
Lab Cabin California is hands down my favorite album to listen to front to back.
mm,
I've listened to it so many times, but I can still do that without
definitely,
skipping the song. I can, somebody asked that on Twitter, and I tagged them, and I was like Farside Lab Cabin California, and the Farside Twitter account liked my comment, and I was all like,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. So I have that framed in my bedroom, but and you said Souls. Did you say Souls of Mischief?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. When I heard 93 to Infinity and I found out they was
yeah,
from the Bay, I was
yeah.
like, okay. And then I started like, as I became a fan of them, I looked more into the hieroglyphics click, and
Mhm.
they like from damn near from San Diego to the Bay, the whole crew. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I was gonna say that's the like
I'm like, wow, like
it's like a gateway drug into like conscious rap, I guess. You know?
man,
Mm-hmm.
because I thought I had to go to Wu-Tang for that, but I didn't.
Right. And then from there you go to Poor H's Teachers, right?
Exactly.
And then you get into the heavy stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Main source and all that, like,
Mm-hmm.
because Large Professor is a very underrated producer.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I gotta say, an artist I think that blew my mind for the first time, like they kind of changed the way you look at music or rap in general. I gotta say is Lupe Fiasco. The
Yeah.
first time I heard Lupe
Sure,
Fiasco, I
bro.
was like, "Bro, what is this?"
Bro is a wordsmith, bro. Like
Yeah, I was like,
in every
"What is
sense of the
happening?"
word.
I feel like he gets possessed or it's like honestly some of his songs and a couple of his songs in particular, especially Adoration of the Magi and
Mm-hmm.
to a certain extent maybe even like Kick Push is like it's like a higher power coming through him. I
Word.
swear, because
Yeah,
like he seems
yeah,
like honestly, and I don't care if this gets to him, which it won't probably, but he seems like an asshole. I don't really want to hang out with him necessarily, but his like you said, his wordsmithing or whatever is like
yeah,
it's unhuman.
yeah. I definitely I follow him on Twitter and he loves to debate people, so you're probably
Hmm.
right. He's very but considering where his background and where he came from, I'm not really surprised. And his
Right.
father, his dad and whatnot, you know.
Right.
I was like, I could definitely see him being kind of very strong-minded, militant,
And
very intellectual and
I don't mind that. It's just like it's not anything in particular. It's just a vibe. Like with Kanye, I have the same vibe. Like from the get go, it's like he's a genius, but man, if I had the chance to meet him, I'd probably be like, no.
it's probably a Chicago thing. I can say that
It
about a
may
lot of
be.
rappers from
Maybe it
Chicago.
is. It may be
That's
just
right.
a
They're both from.
Midwest thing because it's a really tight knit. Because Detroit is similar. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You
And
see
they
me
only
pointing
a few
at
hours from each other. So
which way does my finger go? There. He's from Indiana, so
really,
Oh yeah, you was talking about me.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I
That's what's
don't saying that.
So how you feel about Freddie Gibbs since we on the subject in Indiana?
Freddie Gibbs is I'm not gonna lie, like when he first came out, I necessarily wasn't too big on him, but he's definitely grew on me because I feel like he's one of those artists that have definitely changed over their career. I feel like if you play Freddie Gibbs like first big album and then play his last or all the way to where he made last release, you can
Yeah.
hear progression. So now, hey, I give it up for Freddie
When you
Gibbs.
start
Thanks
working
for
with
Envy on the
Madlib,
Map.
bro. When you start working with Madlib,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
that's
was.
when it
He started
started
producing
like,
all his albums. Yeah,
ooh, like okay.
yeah. So maybe
Even
that's
before
what it
that,
is. It's
he's
maybe
nice. Freddie
True.
Gibbs is
yeah,
nice. Like you can't
yeah. Freddie Gibbs
deny
is
that.
great.
True.
Yeah.
I went back earlier, but like when I heard Bandana, like
Hmm
that's when I was
Mhm.
like, okay,
Yeah, you have
Okay.
to give him some credit.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the last project he did. I think that was the one that really solidified for me, but I forget what it's called.
It was the Mad. It was one of the Mad Lib ones.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Alfredo, right?
Or
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, that was decent. I like that. Even
Yeah.
for something like how I was saying, I don't even mess, with the chiller type, vibes. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely got that more chill East Coast vibe we were talking about.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, if you can make that style work, more power to you.
Right.
Cause
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it on record that if we gonna do the Mount Rushmore of that style, we
Yeah,
gonna have to put Currency on there.
of course.
Okay.
We gonna have to put Dom Kennedy on there.
I forgot about
Yes.
bro.
Yes. I'm glad you
Um,
mentioned that.
yeah, for sure. We gonna have to put shit, man. I don't really know. Like other than them two, they pretty much birthed the rest of that genre. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's not. I can't even like
I
describe
can't
what
really think
genre
of
that
nobody
is.
else other than them two. Like,
Well, you got Freddie Gibbs.
well, Big Crit. I'll put Big Crit
Oh
on there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll
Okay.
put Big Crit on
definitely.
there.
And
And then we got one more
Maxo
for Mount
Cream.
Rushmore.
Maxo Cream, maybe does he fit in there? No.
I'm trying to
Kind
think.
of. Not really.
If we gonna put Maxo, if we gonna put him, I'm going to personally have to put Payroll Giovanni over him.
That's fine.
Okay, I have a question. Do these two artists fit in that sound category, like
Who?
Rick Ross
No.
and like an early Wiz Khalifa? Because you gotta remember, like
Yeah, for
Kush and
sure.
OJ
For
era,
sure,
like
early
all
Wiz.
his tracks was
Early
kind
For
of
sure,
Wiz,
early Wiz.
but no, I don't know about Rick Ross.
Johnny
yeah.
Giuliano when he made Cardo popular,
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
he made Wiz made Johnny Giuliano, and I'm not gonna say he made Cardo popular. Cardo
Okay.
was already Cardo. Let's just put that
Yeah.
out there. But he made Cardo popular.
Right.
Like that Cushion Orange Juice album was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, and then him and Currency did the How Fly tape together, and that shit was a classic to this day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So much so that they came back and did an album called 2009.
Mhm.
Right.
I feel
Like,
kind of like strange to see. I would say these artists disappointed me, but I honestly thought Wiz was gonna be a little more popular, a little longer. I guess you would say. I mean, I don't know the last time I heard
He's still
anyone put
putting
him in
stuff
the
out.
he just went mainstream way sooner than I think his fans wanted him to, but
Yeah.
they don't realize that was his goal the whole time.
Right.
Right.
If you go back to the Say Yeah song, that was
Early.
he told you what he was on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got popping when he linked up with Currency and
Mhm.
went into that world a little bit.
I got
And-
another one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Davies.
here you go.
Davies, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Davey.
Because you gotta put because that covers all regions now.
Right.
Hugely slept on. Bro's hugely
That
slept on.
covers all regions. So we got Dom Kennedy from the West, Currency from the
Yeah.
South.
Mm-hmm.
You just named who you just named?
Mm-hmm. Davies.
Davies from the East.
Wiz is from.
And Wiz from Pittsburgh. That's the Midwest.
Oh, he's from Pittsburgh. I thought he was from California.
You gotta remember that
Why did I get black and yellow? I know. I'm so stupid.
I was like, you gotta remember that
I guess
black and yellow.
I just like am used to seeing him at LA or whatever. It was
Nah,
like
it's
Amber
cool,
Rose and
yeah.
shit.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
But,
okay.
yeah, he from Pittsburgh.
Okay. Duh.
So that's the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. That covers all regions.
Yep.
For the chill vibe.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a specific chill vibe. It's like
Yeah, I don't know.
drug dealing.
Like almost like alternative hip hop, if you want to say.
Yeah.
You could say, yeah, like grunge, grunge hip hop,
Grunge hip hop.
like the Nirvana of hip hop or something.
I would just call it Kush rap. It's rap that sounds even better when you smoke.
Don't do that. Pours
Yeah.
vodka into body armor bottle.
She's like, I can't believe you guys.
It's just so wrong. No,
Hot
I'm.
box rap.
Yeah, hot box
There you go.
rap.
I like that.
Definitely
like
hot
that.
box
Got a
rap.
good ring to it.
Hmm.
So like you said, Dog Pound growing up was like a big influence on you and stuff. Is there
Tupac,
Tupac for sure? Yeah.
Snoop, um, let me see who else.
You mentioned Wu-Tang a lot, so obviously there
Wu
was.
Tang for sure. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like just seeing their diversity, like, and then learning about how crazy their beginnings was. Like,
Yeah.
Ghost and Ray really tried to kill each other, like in the begin, like on some random just hood shit. Didn't know, like we just from two different projects, so you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God it didn't work.
Right.
Like
There was a lot of animosity too about because like
and
Method Man was like supposed to be
everything.
like the lead guy, like the handsome guy or whatever.
And I
I
wouldn't
get,
even say that. Like looking at the story, the way I interpret how that played out, Method Man was already 9 to 5 in. All the rest of them was like hustling and doing what they could do to get by.
okay.
Meth was the one with a job. He was 9 to 5 and already when they started rapping. So he
Okay.
already had the mindset to be able to do other things.
I
Right,
got
It was
you.
only
right.
natural. It was only natural for him to be the face of the brand because of his mind, like the way he projected himself already.
Well, I heard or I read, I can't remember. I think I read an article, it was the interviews with several of them. They were talking about how he was kind of placed in that position because of his looks or something, and
I
that
mean, that could very well be like,
I don't know.
but I mean, if that's what get us on, then
That's what gets us
hell,
on.
nigga, like.
Yeah, that's what
And
gets
these
Because
are
us on.
young guys when they first
if it
came
was
out. They're young,
you, you would be okay with it. You're only
right?
mad
Right.
because it's not you for the purpose that you feel like it
Your
should
own
be.
ego, right?
Like
Exactly.
everybody has had a part to play in that, and they played their positions phenomenally
Right,
Hmm.
right.
once they fell into their role.
Mm-hmm.
As
But
they used to
everybody
say,
had to understand what their role was, and
forming like
everybody is
Voltron,
great in their spot.
right?
So,
Well, do you have a favorite Wu Tang member?
um, if it sounds crazy, but I fuck with them all for different reasons. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all got personalities for sure.
I don't know who my favorite is because like Meth is my favorite because of his wordplay, his voice. Like he had the
Yeah.
most like without sounding crazy on online or like making no soundbite shit. Like he had the most attractive voice. Like his
Mm.
voice was the most intriguing. Like when you hear
It's
Right.
kind of
him
like Kendrick
over
Lamar's voice, right?
anybody
It's
else.
like you can't really place
Yeah,
it.
but
It's
in the
like different.
exactly, but in the opposite direction. Like his
Yeah,
voice
Yeah.
was so raspy compared to everybody else coming through clear. It made
right,
you
Yeah.
want to hear him more.
right.
Well, then you got Old Dirty Bastard, who's my favorite, and some people balk at that
A lot of people's
selection, but
favorite is ODB. Like
really, because I
ODB is
said that.
my favorite for a lot of reasons because he's the personality.
I was about to
He's
say,
the
yeah,
personality of the whole group. Like
Yeah.
nobody has to really be loud because he is the voice of the whole group.
Yeah,
Like the
I've
voice
I've,
and the
I've heard different
personality.
opinions on that. But so, a lot of people are like, "What? Really? Why?" Like, I got
Nah.
my reasons. But,
Like ODB was the soul of that group. Like
yeah,
it's kind of like ODB. I read a book. I think it was by RZA. I can't remember who wrote it. It was somebody in the Wu-Tang Clan, but he was talking about ODB and how his story ended or whatnot. I was like, man, that's crazy. So I guess like at the beginning of the whole ODB thing, it was more like a persona. And then they were talking about how like over time ODB actually became who he was as a person, and it's got really bad, because ODB's kind of got like this wild, like hot, fiery persona that's like kind of off the rails, you know what I mean? And I
Right.
guess like it got really sketchy for him because he became the persona he was living. And I kind of feel like I hate to compare these two. Please don't kill me for this, but it's kind of like the 6ix9ine thing. He was portraying like this character, and then it became real. He became that character, and then like it all went downhill because of the character he was playing. You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
No comment.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
Obviously
I feel like
obviously in a different way. Not
I
like
don't think that it
Um,
was totally like a fake persona. I think it was more like maybe it became more intensified because I've heard this said several times. Like once you become famous, it amplifies who you are, regardless of what that is.
yeah.
Right.
But if because I've heard stories where like the first time Ghostface met him, he like walked up to him and then Ghost was eating a sandwich or something, like a big old like Subway sandwich or something or a hoagie. And he goes up and he's like, "Let me get a bite of that joint." And it just like grabs the sandwich from it, takes a bite of it. He's like, "That's good shit." Like, walked off and goes like, "What the fuck?" So it's like
Yeah.
he's always kind of had like this
Yeah.
wild card persona.
Yeah.
And you can
Especially
see with him, it's like authentic. That's what I appreciate the most. Is like this is like you're really crazy. Like you're really the loose cannon of the bunch.
Mhm.
I feel like.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me ask you this: your name is the name of a Black Panther person.
Yes.
So tell me about how you got into picking that name out for yourself and what's the history behind it, if you would.
Okay, so I got hip to him through shout out to Bone from At This Park.
Okay.
He made a movie called Bastards at a Party, and in that movie in the documentary he talked about it was the history of the LA gang culture, long story short.
Okay.
And there was a segment in the documentary where he spoke on Bunchy Carter because he started out as a member of the Slauson Boys, which was a small social club before the 60s, before what we know now today as the Rolling 60s or whatever.
Right.
He was a part of the Slauson Boys, and as a member of the Slauson Boys, he was more of a politically motivated, more militant member, and he would stop a lot of the parties to speak on what he was learning from the Panthers in Oakland. That eventually turned into him taking a trip out to one of the rallies where he got the green light from Bobby Seale and Eldridge Cleaver to start an LA chapter. And Bunchy Carter is the reason why the LA chapter of the Black Panthers was started.
Okay.
A couple of years later, him and John Huggins, was murdered, assassinated at UCLA when they were giving a speech. This was around the time when they called themselves neutralizing the Panthers.
Right.
Um,
And a couple of those people that were with them are still in prison, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what's crazy.
yeah. They still, prisoners of war still locked down. Geronimo Pratt was released. Mamiya is still locked down though. Mamiya's still fighting to get out. But Geronimo Pratt, I want to say, just got released in the last year or two. Yeah, and it's still people fighting to get out from that. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah. That's part of the reason why I took on that name. I was contacted by his niece actually when I went official with the name, and she hit me up like what's up with that? Like, but I let her know what I was on. Like, nah, it ain't never like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's about carrying on the legacy and making
Right.
sure that the generations in the future don't forget about them.
Right.
Like,
And she was cool with it.
and no matter what, I'm gonna say that I still need to pay my pilgrimage and go pay homage to his gravesite because he's buried at Compton Cemetery.
Okay.
But aside from that, saying all that to say, I know I talked to some of the one of the family members, a close tie family member, and I let her know why I picked the name. I've talked to Bobby Seale. I've talked to a few people who hit me up, a few Panthers still living. Like, are you his son or like, nah, but I wanted to, and I told them the same thing I'm telling you, like, and they gave me the blessing to carry that on, like, because it's somebody else in the Carolinas, and I don't even know if dude been to LA, like, but he called himself Bunchy Carter. I'm not going,
Yeah.
it's what it is though. But you looking at the real Bunchy Carter, the real second
Right.
coming of Bunchy Carter. Let me say that.
Yeah. And
I'm really raised from LA. I was born in New York, but I'm raised from LA. I've been in LA. I was in LA from 3 years old. Like, my mom's brought me to LA when I was 3 years old, and I've known LA as my home ever since. I don't know.
you said you were born in New York, though.
Yeah. I
So
was
that's
born
crazy.
in Bennett Hill Hospital.
That's because I guessed that you were in New York, like, initially when we.
Most people do. That's funny you say that, because most people, like,
Interesting.
nobody ever thinks that I'm from LA until I tell them. Like, they always wonder where I'm from. Yeah.
Interesting. Now I know Angela Davis is
Yeah.
one. Is she one of those people that's still in prison?
No, I don't know. She's free.
Oh,
No?
she's free.
Yeah. Doesn't
Okay.
she like do like speeches and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so the reason I say that is because this T-shirt company that is actually sponsoring us, and I did get in touch with them. We are getting our shipment
Okay, perfect.
soon. Yeah, but it's called For Everyone Collective. They have just shirts that support. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, she's still giving speeches. She's still doing her thing.
Okay.
I just had to.
Wrong thing.
I ain't never gonna misquote.
Yeah.
I'm for sure check
Yeah.
first. But yeah.
Sorry, I keep sharing the wrong screen. There we go. Okay, so yeah, they have these free Angela hoodies, and
I mean, but that because that alludes to the concept that we still ain't free, that we still aren't free. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's just
free
confusing. I was like, yeah, I thought she was
are,
free.
none of us.
Okay.
Until we all are, none of us are. Because why you picking and choosing who get to come home and who gotta stay?
And this company's really cool.
Down to.
This company's really cool. They actually hire people that have been in the system.
Yeah.
That can't get jobs elsewhere.
That's like the Homeboy tortilla chip company out in LA. They hire people that straight from home, like
yeah. And Waffle House does
straight from
actually.
jail when they come home, like fresh out home. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, this company's cool. All their T-shirts are like the funds help support, like, getting people acclimated back into society, helping people that are wrongfully incarcerated. So definitely go check them out. It's
I'm gonna have to look into that. That's
for
a good look.
For Everyone
Yeah,
Collective.
send me that link too. Text me that link.
Yeah, and everyone else can look at it. It's foreveryonecollective.com.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
So
that's what's up.
we'll be wearing their shirts very soon.
Happy to get our shirts.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, man. You know.
I've been ordering all kinds of crazy shirts off Etsy. I got my fuck the police shirt that I wore last time, I believe. Didn't I? I don't know.
Yeah, you did. I think you wore that the first episode.
Yeah, I have one that says Antifa, but it's got a picture of Barbie on it.
No,
I
that's
love Etsy.
hilarious.
I love Etsy.
Not Antifa.
Got to do it. Got to do it.
I can't wear these shirts outside the house though, because I live in Louisiana, like the Bible Belt of Louisiana.
Right.
I might as well be in Arkansas. So like,
Hey.
I have a red MAGA hat that says "Make America Gay Again." I cannot wear that anywhere because people on either side will look at it and not read it right, or they'll read it right and look and want to shoot me, and so it's my closet.
Interesting.
Oh man, that's funny as hell. I don't think most people would notice because your mind does the reading most of the time. You
Down
think
there
you think
where
they
she
notice?
at, they for sure gonna notice.
Yeah,
They for sure gonna notice where she.
when I first got the hat, I wore
Yeah.
it in New Orleans. We went to New Orleans, and this one girl came up to me. She's like, "When I first saw your hat, I was mad, but then I read it and I was like, okay, cool." And I was like thinking about it. That was before he even like was president.
Polarizing, man.
That was the
Yeah.
last time I could wear it
Yeah,
because I realized then I was like, not want to put this on too much outside the house.
Yeah, yeah. Someone might misinterpret your feelings, I guess.
Crazy world.
Indeed. They might indeed.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? Just for having your own damn opinion.
Man, yeah.
That's what's crazy.
You know, you see that guy
when that's supposed to be what the country is based on.
Exactly. So it's like, bro, I'm not gonna slap somebody over who they voting for.
It just reminds me though of that guy that like he's a black guy that he said he went to like IHOP or something with his family. He had a MAGA hat on, so he's like a Republican or whatever. And he said the people like booed him and somebody like or whatever, and he's been on several talk shows talking about it. This was like a couple years ago. Anyway, that doesn't count. We're talking about like our opinion.
We all have to hurry up and get on so you can get up out of there because you can't be an ally to us living over there. That's not gonna be good for you.
No, me personally.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, like
you can't be where you at helping us.
I have gotten turned down for jobs because
I know. I bet you have.
And not even because of my opinions.
Cool,
like,
though. Like I'm not. I promise I'm not laughing at you. I'm like.
Oh, I know.
I'm not saying what I'm saying. Like
I wasn't born here. I chose to move here like 15, 16 years ago. That was my dumbass. But I'm here now, so this is gonna happen. And I don't live in a big city either. Like, I live in Monroe, so it's a very polarizing. It's got like the racial divide is like it's like 60.
There.
It's almost 70% black and the rest white. There's not a lot of like Hispanic. There's not a lot of other whatever.
Oh, okay.
And it's still very much like there's the poor side of town, black side, and the rich side of town, white side.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is just very like when I first like when I first moved here and I went to like the white side, because I was married to a guy that was white and he's still white, but his family like they have money and then they have like people cleaning their house that are not white. But it was like the antebellum South when I came here.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, is this for real?
I always feel that when I do weddings and it's like an all white wedding and then like all the servers.
Yeah.
So you in the same state, Lucid?
No, I'm in Indiana.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. We already established that.
It's not exactly.
But there's racism everywhere. But it's just
it's still
extra pronounced down here. It's extra in your face down here.
For sure.
And the other interesting thing, and I'm not trying to talk about myself too much, but like I moved here in 2005, right before the hurricane.
Huh.
Katrina, and that happened in August. And so like when it happened, the place I was working at, and I do like and I don't like telling this story, but I was working at a real estate place, so all the realtors were like watching this going on the TV as it was happening, and some of the comments I heard, I was just like, it like physically makes me sick just like thinking about it, because it's like these are people that are suffering that you're
Yeah.
seeing, and then they're saying all this like racist shit about it.
Yeah, of course.
Like, why does your mind go to that? But you know,
That's how some people.
I didn't
This is what people do.
stay there long
Crazy.
after that.
That's crazy.
And being white down here, like they'll say it around you because you're white, thinking you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, they think you're gonna be all.
They
with it and
automatically
go with
feel
it.
like you on their side.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's gotta be weird.
It is weird. Coming from Denver, which is like super liberal
Right.
and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should come back this way.
What, to the west?
Yeah, to Denver where you work. Like,
Well, you know, there's parts I like Louisiana in a lot of ways. I don't
Right.
particularly, I don't necessarily want to stay where I am in Louisiana forever, but I've learned a lot and I've met a lot of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. And so, yeah,
Pros and cons. Each place has its pros and cons.
exactly.
True indeed.
And the internet, like I'm everywhere right now. You know,
Yeah.
met all kinds of people online.
Mm-hmm.
I know people that have met people on Clubhouse that have friends, like friends now that are like in Russia and, you know, Nigeria and Pakistan, you know, just from Clubhouse.
I don't think I know what that is.
You've never heard of Clubhouse?
No, I don't think so.
It's an app. It's an app where
Yeah.
you like it's like chat rooms.
It's just
Oh.
audio.
You could be in there. You could be in there with Jay. You could be in there with Jay and them, Jay-Z, Khaled, all them. Like they be in rooms talking and shit.
But you
About
can't
the
talk
culture.
to them. That's the one thing, though. If they have like mods, where it's like
Yeah.
they mute everybody. You have to
Oh, I was
wait.
about to say. I better go
Yeah.
to the chat room
No,
after the
but
group.
in the
Man.
context, you ever wondered like what it would be like to be a fly on the wall in the rooms with them? That's what
Yeah.
Clubhouse is like.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
it's
check that
got.
out.
I was coming off a job where I had to do
Black
lots of
100
like.
fucked it up though.
What did?
You said Black 100?
fucked it up.
How
What
so?
did you-
He's just messy. Just messy.
Oh.
That's me joking about him being messy.
But here we are.
Motherfuckers, the people who know. The people who get
Okay.
it.
I guess. I mean, I know several people that are like addicted to it, pretty much. So
Yeah.
they make money off it too. Like people pay them on
Exactly.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, see what it's about.
there.
That's pretty decent.
You still getting on Bigo?
Because what's true is you might be able to add Clubhouse to this Restream app and to do a audio only segment.
Mhm.
I don't. Now I looked into that because, you know, as I said, I had a podcast before. The reason I didn't is because whenever I would open a room, I didn't have enough connections on there, and I got impatient with it. There would be nobody in my room, and then
Right.
there was no option to live do it, so it would be a recording. So I was like, nah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty lame.
It's really mostly people just talking and debating things. Is really
Mhm.
what it is, and you have to. I didn't get into it because I was coming off a job where I had to do a lot of Zoom calls all the time, and it reminded me of that. It was like just
Yeah.
people waiting their turn to talk over people, and I was like, no.
Huh.
So
Yeah, that's probably my least favorite thing about the internet is the debate people. They get on there and like just argue with each other and like scream stuff at each
I'll debate somebody to death. I don't care.
I used to be like that, but I'm not anymore. If I do something like that, I've got to have been like in a bad mood or like had a bad day or something. And you know, we usually see some stupid shit that's so stupid you can't ignore it. You're just like,
Yes.
I can't I can't let this one slide. Like, man.
I hear
That's
you.
the time I do
Look,
that.
I have a bad story about this too, because like I used to do that on Facebook all the time. You know, like maybe 5-6 years ago when everything was really heated politically, and I was like, I was going in on somebody one day, and he found out like a math tutor, And I was like, I'd never let you tutor my child, blah, blah, blah. Well, a couple of years later, he ended up being my daughter's math teacher. It's a small town. So like when we saw each other and stuff, like the parent teacher, I was like, oh, Mr. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like, yeah. Sorry about that.
Do you think you recognize it?
You gotta be careful sometimes.
We gonna take this shit up, man. We got a lot of shit going on. Like I said, labels looking, shit. Everybody is really fucking with me right now. It seemed like a good time, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about it. This is my second time on here, and it looked like I'm gonna be pretty regular. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying?
See, the unfortunate thing is rappers in general, not speaking about anyone in the room or on here, but like are pretty flaky. And there's been people I've been really excited to interview that they just don't come through. That's not to knock anybody, because I know people are busy and there's more important things going on than this. But, you know, people stay up late.
Going on than your brand. Your brand never stops.
Right. So I'm not stressing it or anything. And I can talk, you know, by myself or to whoever. It's fine.
Right.
Nobody may want to listen to it, but it's fine with me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Real talk, though.
I'm trying to think of what else has dropped recently. And I know we talked about Race from Merman.
Yeah, that was
whatever, the dynamic duo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't listen to them. I didn't listen to Jack Harlow. I'll check it out though. I'll check out Jack Harlow, I guess.
To be honest, it's been a while since I've heard something that blew my mind, that I was just like really in love with. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes you just know when you hear an album and you're like, oh, this shit is hot.
Juicy J's new album is good. Juicy J's album is good.
Okay, yeah, I gotta check that out. I think you mentioned it. I couldn't.
What's your favorite song on my album?
I don't remember the names of all the songs.
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on.
see.
You put me on the spot.
I mean,
let's talk about
I'm
your
just
album.
taking advantage of my time. If we go
do it,
whatever the subject is, I'm gonna bring it back around to me. That's my job. That's my job. Y'all job is to bring up the subjects and you know, because it's cool. Like that's what's popping is what's popping, but it's my job to put myself in the conversation with those people.
Definitely, and I do want to listen to it in full. From what I heard, I gotta search for it again.
Okay.
The one that we played on air now, and actually playing that little snippet that I played, that got us a copyright strike on Twitch.
Are you serious?
Not a copyright strike. I'm sorry. It was just like they turned off the VODs, meaning the saving the recorded video. I was like, that's crazy because I DJ
I do
on
have
Twitch.
my own distribution. Like that. I don't know if there's anything dealing with that.
They probably took it down on your behalf. Like sometimes, like depending on what you go through, they can act as kind of like as a mediator for you. And
yeah. Are you on your own label right now? Is it like your own deal?
I'm basically signed to myself through digital distribution. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, same here. I liked Heavy is the Head and the one that we played during the show, which was whoa. I think that was that Fake Love or Tough Love?
It was fake. It was
Yeah, that's the one that I like. The one that you played.
It's Fake Love. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna play. Do you want me? I'm gonna try to play a snippet of another one because fuck it.
Let's do Tough Love this time.
Yeah, let's do it. That's one of the more popular ones from there.
Really?
Yeah.
What nigga C called this shit Goonie Juice. What you know about tough love? What you know about getting fucked up when you fuck up? So we stick to the plan.
How's the sound on?
It sounds good.
For the line, pull the trucks up. What you know about the life we living for the faint of heart? But we can go big if you play your part. She just wanna know where to start. She done fell in love with my train of thought. Shine bright on the spots of dark. Hit the deep end and she found the shark. No way, we just pull up and park. To her everything like I bought her art. It's a
Stop it there, so I don't get
I'm smoking now.
shut down.
Tell them to her everything, please. Double up, double cup, to her
Yes.
everything, please.
Yeah.
It's dope.
If you can't
So-
buy it twice, you can't afford it.
So now that you asked us, what would you think is your favorite song from your own album? Do you have one that you like? This is my proudest work, or one that you just really rock with?
I think we asked that last time.
Didn't we?
Yeah. That's all right. We'll ask it again.
Right?
It's like picking your
tough.
favorite
It's
child.
tough, man, because they all personal, you know?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
One way or another, you know?
yeah.
Were you inspired by like actual events in your life? Is that kind of how
Yeah,
you
always.
write?
Always.
Yeah.
Either actual events or aspirational visions, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's see. I like late night. Late night was fun.
Okay.
Late night,
Late
yeah.
night was fun.
It was the
I had
funnest thing you
fun
make.
doing that.
Let me play a snippet of that real quick.
All right.
late night, late night, late night. Yeah. Late night, late night, late night. Yeah. She been waiting on the late night, getting potted up, making sure her face right. All she got left the rollers in her hair, and she gon' take them out like halfway there. Picking up her girlfriends, listening to my shit, double I 2 times.
Cool.
I feel like it makes me want to have a drink, like a lot of drink.
Like,
You know what I mean?
Exactly, don't
You know
it?
what I mean? It get you in that vibe. I just like sipping
Yeah.
something dark, chilling, maybe going to a chick's house or something. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's that type of vibe for sure. At least for me, anyways.
No, yeah. That's cool. I actually hadn't had a chance.
You know what I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you this exclusive right here.
Yeah.
That was my audition for P&D. That was my audition for Party Next Door. Like,
Really?
that was my audition. Like, cause he's somebody that I want to work with, and I feel like that would be the song that would get his attention out of my catalog.
So you already sent it to him?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's the best thing about Twitter. You probably reaching right through Twitter. That's the best thing about it.
You are right about that.
You know, you would think TikTok would be like that as well, but like it seems like the people are really like at a distance on TikTok. Like even the ones that aren't like big celebrities or whatever.
Word.
I don't know why.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's because you have to actually on Twitter. I guess you can it's so easy to reply or just add
Yeah,
somebody.
you don't have to go into inbox or whatever.
Yeah, and go to their profiles and all that extra weird shit.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm about to land this ship, y'all.
And I want to check out.
Oh, what happened? Did he just disappear?
No, there he is.
Let's go for a joint from. What you got pulled up right now? You got
Spotify. I got Spotify pulled up.
Let's go with a joint from my.
Let's see what's on here. I can see like City Blues, Blown. Wait, albums. Let me go albums. It's just got one album on there.
Yeah, just the one. Just the one.
Okay.
That's my
Okay,
first.
because that was the number 2. I thought
That's why I was asking you what you had pulled up. If you had the
I could go to your YouTube or
No,
whatever.
let's just do another one from let's just do another one from here.
All right.
Before we ride out.
All right.
Let's do what's something I haven't done yet. Pull up trigonomics.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oops.
Check this out.
The Genesis Project.
20 miles of salt and
The Genesis Project.
400 grand for your skin, you ain't even know it. In your darkest hour, I can see you glowing. Niggas gotta stop hitting on this sucker shit. Running off on your babies for an outfit. Then you still wanna be down with. They try to play you, act like they ain't drop a quarter. High score on you bitches, I was on the bubble. Stepping with Wahala, bring the wicked trouble. Always peace to the guys, so my blessings double. Tried to coach a nigga, but he didn't get it. Most dangerous place in the streets is in your feelings.
Yeah, I want to play more, but I'm worried I'm going to get shut down.
Right. one more question before you leave, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because I know people are going to ask. Explain this album cover for me.
It's just the
Heavy's the head. It's the head.
it's the places my mind goes. And
Yeah.
It's layers. It's the places my mind goes. Like the background represents the places my mind goes and like how big my imagination can be. The depiction of me itself is just my preferred self-image. Is how I prefer to see myself. And
I feel that.
It's synonymous with being under a lot of pressure. Because, you know, whether you want to be under that pressure or not, being so high up, you responsible for so much. And people hold you accountable in a different way than they hold other people. And sometimes I'm not. It's a reminder. You know what I mean? More so than anything, to keep me conscious of where I need to be at all times.
Definitely getting like a higher self type of vibe from it.
Definitely.
I like it. It's really cool.
I appreciate that.
You have you said last time you had somebody on the beats that I knew who it was.
Oh, that right there on the beat was Dean. Dean
Who?
T from TGP from the Genesis Project.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Dean TGP.
And Skrilla's have you had
Skrilla is
used
another.
before?
Yeah. I used Skrilla. I used Dean TGP, and I used Kofi Beats on this project. Yeah.
That's some name drops right there. But yeah, all the songs sound really good, really like professional quality, like lyrics are on point. I mean, it's crazy how, you know, you can have someone like you may not be like well known, but then somebody that's really kind of trash, it's like a household name. You know what I mean? It just kind of blows my mind sometimes. I know it's all marketing and, you know, connections and things like that, but it's like, come on.
Right.
It is tough.
I think that you're definitely going to get your shot at some point. Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure. I'm already there. I'm already there because y'all hot shit.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah,
and manifesting.
You know
yeah.
Real tough.
What was that?
It's up.
Is that a sound effect?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what it was. I got some here.
Me. Yeah.
That's my
Hey,
son.
man, I love y'all, man. I
Yep.
appreciate
Yep.
I
Thanks
appreciate the
for
opportunity.
stopping by again. We appreciate you.
For sure,
Definitely.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, and
don't
holler,
forget to send me those links.
yeah, and holler at me about
And I'm
the.
gonna save. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save this link to my notes. That way, I can hop on every week.
Sure, hop on anytime.
For sure.
But yeah, yes. Let me know when you have a chance to talk about the stuff with the 5%ers and the youth and all that.
For sure, for sure.
'Cause I do want to talk about that. Okay, cool.
Will do.
Good having you
Have
on.
a good one, bro.
Yes,
Stay up.
indeed.
Stay blessed.
The guys and nurse and all
All
that.
right. Peace. All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap.
That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank
I
you.
find
again
myself
for
saying
tuning
that every
in.
time.
Yep, it's a wrap. It's a
Ah.
wrap.
Boom.
Bye.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought he was about to get lit, but that's
Okay.
a good way to end it there.
My coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
I can't
Bye,
get over that bar.
everybody.
Bye, y'all.